Greetings, badasses. How's it going? My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits, none of the yoga bullshit. There's plenty of bullshit here. Just doesn't happen to have anything to do with fitness. Why is my phone acting up? I don't know. I am listening to Got Shit to Do on the fucking yoga channel. The effing yoga profile. Yes, I know, Spotify. Listen, I've eliminated almost all of my Amazon shit. And I'm going with iHerb. iHerb. Which is a Canadian site. So I can get a bunch of stuff there. Let's see, what else am I doing? iHerb, Grove. I'm doing some Grove stuff. Yeah. So, doing what I can. I got nothing. Listen, I am on the struggle bus. Are we on the struggle bus? I feel like we're all on the struggle bus. And we're watching the bus driver head straight towards the flaming suspension bridge. Anyway, so I'm dragging my carcass to this mat. And we're going to spend some time here. This is going to be a Vinyasa flow, but it's going to be a little combo. I'm going to move a little slower. So if you've been doing beginning yoga and you feel like a challenge, but you're a little nervous or a little intimidated by moving toward the Vinyasa videos, this is going to be an okay one for you to do, I think. Give you a shot. I'll put that in the comments, in the description. And, that's where we're going. And I'm going to go destroy some shit. I'm going to go clean out garden boxes. What are you going to do today? I'm going to clean my porch patio / off. I'm going to hang up my bells. Sorry, Q. I'm going to hang up the bells. I'm going to make the beard. I'm not going to make the beard. I'm going to ask sternly, the beard to put up the rest of the stuff so I can get the back patio going. The back patio. I have a west side and I have an east side. East side patio is going to get cleaned and belled. The west side is going to get torn apart. That's all I've got today, actually. Let's start. I'm sorry. Comfortable seated pose, whatever works for you. Legs extended, right? Staff pose. If you want to sit here, I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket. I've got my sit bones there. That helps rotate my pelvic cradle. If you're feeling tight in the hamstrings, tuck a pillow, tuck a bolster, tuck something underneath the back of your knees. That'll take some of that strain off of the legs and the low back. Modified Z-sit, one leg out, one leg in. This is a really lovely position. If you're feeling a little tight in the hip flexors, your knee is going to be high. Grab a prop, pillow, bolster, blanket, something to tuck underneath that leg so that you can relax into the stretch. You're going to get some adductor stretch. You're going to get some hip flexor stretch. This side might get some stretch as well. You control the strength of the stretch with the angle of the leg. The closer to the foot, the lighter the stretch. The further away from the foot, the stronger the stretch. Or you can join me in pleasant seated pose, which is not crisscross applesauce, nor is it fucking lotus. Both of my legs are on the mat in parallel. And again, if you're feeling a little high, you're leaning backwards to compensate. Backwards. Go ahead and tuck something underneath your knees so that you can relax and be, more vertical, a little more centered on the floor. Pulling your attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body, checking in, state and quality of the physical form. How you feeling? What are you doing? What's going on with your body? I dug holes yesterday. I planted shrubs yesterday. I watered some yesterday. I'm going to water some more today. That involves dragging the hose around. I'm going to chop stuff off today. So I'm doing spring cleanup, early spring cleanup, even though it's the middle of April. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. Is your to-do list humming? My to-do list is humming. Not only is my to-do list humming, but I'm deep, deep, deep in a hole. So I would like you to slide all of that shit off to the side. So let's quiet our to-do list. I'm going to take an allergy pill. And maybe peek our eyes and nose out of whatever hole you're in. I'm in a hole. I'm going to prairie dog out. Actually, I'm going to clamber out. I'm going to scrape and scrabble and dig in and bloody my fingertips to get out of this hole. That's what I'm going to do. Because fuck it. And then create that silence so that we can focus on the breath. And I'd just like you to pay attention to that soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. And notice how your body moves as you breathe. There's a lot of things going on in our breath. It takes a lot of this machinery to generate that inhale and exhale. If breathing into and out of your nose is going to cause you stress, just breathe. But we're going to slowly increase the length of inhale and work to match it with the length of exhale. Now, there's an Ujjayi breath. It's called the victorious breath. I call it ocean breath. It's just enough hissing, just a tiny amount of flexion at the back of your throat, the back of your mouth, to create that the slightest little sound of air moving into and out of the lungs. Wherever you are at with that length and balance of breath, let's exhale all the air out of the lungs, reaching down toward the mat. We're going to slowly sweep arms up toward the ceiling. Nice big reach. Exhaling, connecting that breath to the movement of the body. If your body's moving a little fast, it probably is, or it feels like you're moving a little fast. That means your breath is probably a little forced or a little shallow. So if you're running out of breath, let's say you're feeling out of breath right here, stop, take a small sip of air, and then continue. You'll gain length of breath as you practice. Let's take a lateral extension. Nice big reach up. Inhaling up. And exhale. You're going to hear me breathe a little louder as we move. I'm working against my asthma this morning. Go ahead and take forward fold, trace some fingertips down, tucking the chin. I'm resting my forearms on the knees, calves, ankles, block, or floor. I'm going to come right here to the ankle and foot. A little rock side to side. Wiggle the toes, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. Walking hands back. Start that inhale up. We're releasing hands down to the hips. We're bowing the chin forward. Take a tilt of the ear over to one side. Bowing the chin to center and taking a tilt of the ear to the other side. Tucking the chin forward, let's trace the fingertips around the front of the body, slowly stacking cervical spine. If you're sitting in something besides staff pose, let's switch the placement of the legs. Ta-da! Take a little rock side to side. Ooh, tight hips. That's what happens when you dig. Dig, 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 dig. Nice big inhale up. We're cactus squeezing it, just taking that back. And C-curve the spine. Inhaling up. Continue that inhale all the way back and then exhale into the C-curve. I'm going to do this one more time, only because it feels really good. Nice big inhale up and take your forward fold, tracing the fingertips down. Tuck the chin. We're resting our forearms somewhere. Wiggling the toes, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. And walking the hands back. Nice, lovely reach on up. Releasing the hands down to the hips. Bowing the chin, take a tilt of the ear to one side. Tucking the chin against the chest and taking a tilt of the ear over to one side. And again. So today is going to be strength in hips and adductors, a little bit of core, bowing the chin forward. Trace the fingertips around the front of the body and slowly stack cervical spine. Moving to hands and knees. I like to pad my knees with a blanket. I'm also going to grab this block. To help keep my legs in parallel. Bum, bum, bum. 2 fist widths between the knees. Block is between my feet and ankles. Heels of the hands come out in front of the body, a full palm's length. Inhaling at center. Let's exhale. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, and draw back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Make some fists. Inhaling. Inhaling forward, let's move into what the fuck lean. Push out into a hip. And out into a hip. Angry cat tucking it. Oh, I'm starting to get a foot cramp. When we get a foot cramp, it's tension moving from one part of our body into the feet. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, and draw back into the fold. Little wiggle side to side. Turn the palms up. Make a fist. Turn the palms down. Inhaling forward. What the fuck lean. Angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes, and take the press into the feet. Now control this strength by keeping your weight a little forward. I am working on so many things. Coming on forward, flattening the toes, and Chakravakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, drop back into the fold. Open up these elbows a little bit, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Make some fists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck, lean. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Flatten the back, tuck the toes, press into the feet. Coming on forward, rocking up into the heels. I'm going to take a little calf stretch here. And I'm adjusting my hands. Palms are starting to sweat. Getting a little slippery. Coming on down. Chakravakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling. What the fuck, lean. What the fuck, lean. I'm going to do that one more time just because it feels really good. Angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes, take that push into the feet. We're going to rock forward. I'm stepping a little forward with my toes. I'm staying back in the hips. I'm behind my wrists, soft in the elbows. All right, right leg's going to come up and nice and tall, nice and tall. Bring it on down. Ooh, I'm getting some heat in my foot. Got a cramp. Taking it down to Chakravakasana bow. Starting to sweat. Little rock side to side. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Radial nerve impingement. Inhaling up. I'm a side sleeper. Press into the hip. I mean, the good news is I'm sleeping. So I'm not going to bitch too much about it. Angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes. I'm moving my feet a little further forward to strengthen this stretch, and I want to adjust my ankles so that my feet feel in parallel to my shins and my femur, the back of my hamstrings. I'm going to rock forward into the feet, stepping slightly up, but I want to lean back into the hip, pressing down into a heel, soft in the elbows, shrug the shoulders down. And now my left leg's going to stretch nice and big and tall. Coming on down and taking the knees to the mat, Chakravakasana bow. We're going to play around next round with the rotation of the hips on that extension. That's a quote-unquote three-legged dog. I want you to think about how it feels on the back of the leg, hamstring, calves. I got to adjust my hand placement. Inhaling forward. What are we doing? What the fuck, lean? Angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes. I'm going to press into my feet. Coming forward a tad, rocking up, step a little forward. I want to strengthen this calf stretch. Soften the shoulders, soften the elbows. I'm leaning back into the hips. Big calf stretch. Right leg's going to extend. Okay, roll the hip up toward the ceiling. And then roll the hip down to parallel the mat. And feel what that does to your hamstring. So roll up and roll down. We're going to come forward into a runner stretch. So I'm coming up to the knee. My leg is in parallel. Hip to heel, calf to quad, or to hamstring, knee straight forward. This is about the left side of your body. Okay, tucking up a little bit. Right leg lifts. Bring that knee down. Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold, rock side to side. Roll the wrists, make some fists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Tuck in the toes, take that stretch back. Coming on forward, stepping up. Left leg's gonna lift, rotate that hip up, and then rotate those hips down. You're gonna feel it in a different spot in the hamstring and calf. Bring that knee straight forward. I'm shifting to my knuckles just to take a rest off my wrists. Soft in your elbows. I call this gorilla arms. This is about the right side of the body, right? Right hip flexor, maybe a little into the quad. All right. Bring that knee slightly forward. Left leg lifts. Bring it down. Let Chakravarkasana bow. Now to adjust my body to get into good position on the mat. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly. Draw back, a little rock side to side. Roll the wrists. Make some fists. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. What the fuck, lean? What the fuck, lean? Angry cat. Tuck the toes, take the heels back. No, hips back into the heels. Rocking up to the feet, stepping forward. Whew. Still pressing down into one heel at a time. I want to get a nice deep stretch through the plantar fascial structure into the calf. Right leg's going to stretch up. I'm going to bring that knee forward. I'm moving into a rotation for pigeon. Now, you can stay in runners. Nice round arms, right? Shrug those shoulders down. All right, I'm going to move my knee forward. My right leg lengthens. Now I'm sweeping it around for an Ekapada Ustrasana, and then tuck up into a low lunge. Coming down with the toe, sweeping back with the leg, Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the hips, little rock side to side. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck, lean. What the fuck, lean. Angry cat tuck. Tuck the toes. Rocking forward to step up, deep calf stretch. Shrug the shoulders, soften the elbows. Left leg's gonna lift. I'm gonna bring this knee around, taking that rotation. Now you can stay in runner stretch. Shift into that gorilla arm. We hold this one a little bit longer. It's a little, it takes a while to get here. And so we want to hold it a little bit. Bring that knee in, lengthen that leg. We're going to sweep around, heel toe it forward for our Ekapada Ustrasana. I'm going to rock into the foot and take my low lunge. Adjust that ankle. We're going to lower down, heel toe it around. We're adding a plank pose next. Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back. Well, we're going to go Anya Asana and then probably a plank. What the fuck, lean. And then we're going to move into goddess pose. And lean. Angry cat tuck. Coming forward to stretch the feet. Rocking up to step in to our downward facing dog. And I'm pushing into a heel, big stretch. Lean those hips back. Soft in the knee. Bring that knee up. Bring the knee up. Lengthen it up. Sweep it. Nope. Did I do the wrong leg? I did the wrong leg. Sorry. Right leg. Oh, you know what? We got to stick with the left side. Sorry. Sweep it around. I shifted sides. I don't know why that happened. You know why? Because I was getting into my music. What the fuck? I'm going to tuck under the toe. I'm in this low lunge. I'm going to rotate this foot back so my block is in the way. And I'm going to walk around, adjust the feet. Sorry, I wanted to do this the other direction, but that's all right. For a, whoo. This is kind of a sumo goddess. I'm going to rock into shoulders. I'm strong through the core. I'm deep in the hips. Coming on up, turn that right foot in, and now we're gonna side angle it. Okay, coming on down, heel toe it out, heading for our plank. Soft in the knees, high in the hips, hollowed from the belly up. Knees, chakra Vakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back, rock it side to side. Whoo! Hot flash, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Is anybody else feeling that? I'm feeling that. Okay, I gotta take a sip of water. All right, what the fuck, Lean? We're gonna go right side. Sorry, I went out of order there. Angry cat, tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes. Rocking it on up. I'm stepping forward from a downward facing dog. Pushing into a heel. Shrug the shoulders, soften the elbows. Right leg's lifting. I'm going to rotate my hips down. I want to go right up the back of that calf. Into this pigeon. All right, we're gonna come on up. Right leg lifts. Sweep that foot around. Press it into the hip. Calf. Sorry, that's not what this is. This is Ekapada Ustrasana. Single-legged camel variation. That's what I was trying to say. Press up into our lunge. I gotta move my foot forward a little. All right, I'm gonna walk my hands around. So look how far apart my feet are in this angle. Step into alignment, turn the heels in, toes out, elbows to knees, deep in the hips. Coming on up, I'm gonna turn my left foot in and head for side angle. Coming on down to step back into plank. Soft in the knees. Holding a little longer than it's comfortable. Coming down to the knees. Chakra Vakasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly. Drop back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. We're walking forward with the knees. I was going to do one more, but I have reached the end of my train. This is me acknowledging that I'm tired. And if I continued, you could do one more round on both sides, right? Hold a little bit longer. If you want to amp up the energy or keep going, feel free. You know what the flow is? I have to call it. Tapping out. Self-awareness. Paying attention to what my body is saying despite what my mind wants. Excuse me. I'm going to take another drink. All right, coming on to my back. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my strap. I was looking for it. It's way over here. Whew. Whew. You know what? Why? This is me talking to me. Come on, I gotta get my ass on the mat more frequently. Whew. I use the excuse of mental and emotional fatigue, but you know what? This feels good. All right, right foot is going into the strap. I'm with you, people. I'm with you. Now, the beauty of a prop, whether it's a tea towel or a strap, a yoga strap, $10, right? No give, nice and long. A necktie, you could use a necktie. I used to use neckties when I was teaching in person. I had to hide them from the boys because the sons were into dressing up. Still are, but, well, are you still into dressing up? Probably not. Q likes himself a vest. Reaching up with the right hand. The reason the strap is so useful is because you can increase that lever. You're going to get a lot more stretch out of the strap or out of the leg because maybe you're down here, right? If you're down here, you're not going to feel a lot of, if this is where you should be, sorry, let me reframe, and you're dragging this knee up to get stretched, you're not getting stretch out of that hamstring, right? If you use the strap, you can move within the length of your muscles and build more flexibility, more mobility. It's all about mobility, and mobility is a function of strength and flexibility. Draw it on up. Who else is going to do yard work today? All right, lifting the right leg, arm out. That is not my right arm. I don't even know where that came from. Moving my left hand to the end of the strap to take this external stretch. Oh, see, my brain stopped too. Body stopped, brain stopped. Actually, I think I need to add a song to this playlist too. Adding a song to the playlist. Drawing it on up. Oh! All right, let's take some windshield wiper sweeps and move into a Shavasana, or into an Apanasana, and then we'll go to Shavasana. Tilt over. And tilt over. Oh, feet. I'm having feet issues. All right, moving heel toe it. You know what? I'm going to put a little reclined cobbler in here. Little Kanasana. Supta Kanasana. Supta, or is it Baddha Konasana? I'm going to look that one up. One is bound, one is not. Bring those knees in, tuck the fingertips over the top, and draw up and in. Oh, I was going to do Vinyasa. We were going to do an extended crescent lunge, and then we were going to do a side angle, and then we were going to do plank. That was what I cut out. So, well, too late now. Give it a squeeze. Little rock side to side. Sorry, this is just where my brain has been. I'm struggling to get back on it. It's just, gosh, the noise. It's so noisy. All right, we're going to move into Shavasana. Legs extended, arms at your sides, palms up. That's full traditional pose. If this is feeling uncomfortable for you, tuck a pillow beneath your knees, tuck a blanket underneath, roll a blanket underneath your neck. You can go into cactus arm. If you're gestating a human being, you're creating an entirely new creature. Lay on whatever side you're allowed to lay on. Put a pillow between your knees. Wrap an arm around a pillow. Support your head. You could take seated meditation. It's completely up to you. Add a layer. Grab a blanket. Grab some socks. I don't know. Get yourself comfortable temperature-wise. And then we're going to start moving our attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body. We're going to start with the forehead, around the eyes, paying attention to all those tiny little nerves and muscles that control our face. Unclench the teeth, let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Little shake of the head, no. Little shimmy of the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, and then let the upper body rest into the mat. Pull that attention and awareness down through the base of the neck and down the spine between the shoulder blades. Little rock side to side with the body. Tuck the hips and then let the torso rest. Pulling that attention and awareness down into the legs. Give me a length of leg. Rock and roll the foot. And then let the leg relax. Do the same on the left side. On the other leg. And then let the lower body take rest into the mat. Pull that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking and check in. We want to silence the to-do list. It's creeping up, right? There are things creeping into our awareness. I want you to let them go for a little while and then anchor that silence into the breath. Just follow the inhale and exhale. We're going to draw some deeper breaths in, big filling inhales, big sighing exhales. Reach those arms out and then sweep them up and take a nice big stretch. Bring the knee up, rock and roll an ankle. Bring the other knee up. Take a little rock from side to side. Rocking all the way over to one side. Peeling the upper body off the mat. Coming on back to comfortable seated position. It might look different than it did when we started. Taking a scan of the body. Sorry, this playlist needs a shit ton of work. Noticing how you feel on this end of the practice versus when we started. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your breath. And notice how it feels to breathe. And then moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. And here's where we get to control our day. You get to prioritize your to-do list. And sure, there might be some things that you absolutely must get done today. And that's okay. The other things can wait. Got to give yourself that permission. Blinking your eyes open, taking a moment to honor your body for doing what you asked it to do today. And all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. Listen, I cut out a full round of poses today. I don't know. I had to. I was getting tired. That's okay. We got to honor that. Some days are easy and some days are not. And lately it feels like more days are not. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Grace and kindness. I have nothing else. I've got nothing else.